into the bar. Unfortunately, the Dark Lady was not open, and right next to it, I don't even know the name of it, but there's a gay bar. Not that the Dark Lady isn't, it's just two gay bars in one building. So, as I'm going in, a good friend of ours who was the promoter that night, Stefano, he's over there like, yeah, no, you got to go next door to and he was, just go next door, grab a beer there, and then they'll be open. So as I go in, I realize as I'm walking up to this bar, what kind of a bar it is just by the door handle. Because it has got to be, well, number one, highly exaggerated. But as I go to grab the handle of this door, it is nothing more than a brass reproduction of some guy's junk.
But the handle's a little bit smaller when it's cold out.
So now my mind is racing because I always go to the extreme. It's like, just as a joke, I try to get someone, I'd pay someone $10 to video it, to have someone open that door with their mouth.
Oh, it's been done.
That's the sick part about it. That's the fun. That's where my mind went. So yeah, please tell me about your endeavors.
Gee, we'll keep the names off of the story to protect the willing, and I probably shouldn't even tell this story, but in true Tony Jones form, I am an open book. So I am part of. Let me bring this back. Every city and town has a comprehensive plan, right? Try not to fall asleep, but this comprehensive plan in Rhode Island is a state law, and it needs to be renewed every 10 years. So I'm on a committee in North Kingstown representing arts and culture, and that's going to be part of the comprehensive plan for the town. So we had a think tank. We had a meeting this past week, and I'm leaving the town meeting, and out comes this woman from one of the other committees, and she says, "Oh, hi, Tony, how's it going? How was your meeting?" And we're exchanging pleasantries at the town hall, just finishing our town meetings. And as we're talking, I can't remember, I can't figure out where I know her from. And she's, wearing a nice business suit. It's, professional town meeting. And then I realize, usually when I see this woman, she's in head-to-toe black leather and is carrying maybe a whip or a chain or something of that nature. And that's why I didn't really recognize her at first, because the only other place I've seen her is at different fetish nights.
Well, going along with that, I am forever running into people I know just because, like yourself, I know a lot of people. I am far too friendly for my own good at times, and I will talk to a table if there's no one else in the room. Well, I had the opportunity to introduce my wife to somebody. I remembered the person's name, but I couldn't really put my finger on how I knew this person until halfway through the introduction. The night before, this person who was right in front of us, now dressed nicely, it was a waitress actually. The night before, she was undressed nicely at the local gentleman's club of which I was at.
She works two jobs.
She works two jobs, which really boggles my mind, because when I did work at a strip club as the DJ, not as the entertainment. But as I was working there, they never had to do that. So it
made enough.
Oh yeah, they
in the
made
entertainment business,
hundreds
right?
of dollars a night. Just doing the stripping, the dancing, whatever you want to call it, and they didn't have to get a second job. And I'm going to throw a quick little anecdote in there, and then we'll get back to some music. The last time that happened, where I was surprised by a stripper having a second job, was at Harbor Freight Tools.
Wow.
That's right. At night, she grinds on your tool, and the next day she will sell you a grinder and a tool. Before we go any further down that rabbit hole, let's cut out of here to some more music. The name of the song is Circus, the band Baby Baby. We'll be back in a minute. This is MyNightOut Radio.
My homie kept the chop chopper in the backseat of his Hummer. You know he kept it poppin', now he's locked up for the summer. You know anything you wanted, boy, I had his number. What a waste, that's such a bummer. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. You ever get lonely, baby, call my line. You don't have to put yourself down. No more, no more, no more, no more. Get down. Get down. Get down. I got your reason. You need no reason. Get down. Woo! My other homie longs to be younger all the time. If he had a second chance, he'd probably fall in line. I've been riding on a sailboat with dreams that I can fly. I can probably make it work, but that involves my time. Be like, ooh, don't you touch me, got my mind made up. I swear the whole wide world gon' know what I'm made up. Swear, don't you touch me, got my mind made up. I swear the whole wide world gon' know what. Get down.
Just this one town, this one town. Can you fake it? Can you fake it just for tonight? For tonight. And waking up with you is something else, isn't it? And waking up with nothing else to say but your man. Slide this one town. When you breathe it in and you let it out, it's okay, it's alright. And waking up with you is something else, isn't it? And waking up with nothing else to say but your man.
Welcome back, my night outers. That was Death by Fame. The name of that song, My Only Love. Well, I think it's, we're doing pretty good on anecdotes. We're telling you stories. Unfortunately, we're gonna get a little, not militant. What's the word? Aggressive. We're going to tell you about something that I read today, which actually hit pretty close to home, and you're all part of it. If you're listening right now, you are part of the next generation of radio. Because as things go, as bigger businesses take over smaller businesses in the entertainment industry, especially the radio industry, you find you're losing a lot of talent. And a lot of that talent is going to the internet radio because they have nowhere else to go. So there is a huge pool of internet radio, internet podcasts, the talent that's out there because large conglomerates, large corporations want to see the bottom line. You have to have X amount of people listening. They would rather do a syndicated show in a great number of cities versus individual local DJs that people can know and identify with on individual radio stations. And actually, Tony was the one that shared that with me. If you want to, throw your 2 cents in on that. I'm
chomping at the bit here because I could do a whole show on this very subject. But I think we've seen it here. We've all kind of benefited from the fact that if you care about the community will care about you. I mean, that's a tried and true fact throughout media and art and music and all these things. And I think that the bigger stations are losing track of that. But I think the difference is what constitutes a show. So for us, for the Tony Jones Show, for you, we have folks that listen, they subscribe to the podcast, they listen each and every week. And I think that what traditional radio has turned into is almost just a background music. And that's kind of where we're seeing the disconnect now. The freedom of, and as someone who's worked for corporate radio and then kind of went on to do my own thing, the freedom of, that's when you separate the mice from the men, right? Because your job has been eliminated. If you're in corporate radio, you can either find something else to do, or the people that are remaining that are doing internet radio, that are doing podcasts, are the true believers in what they do. So instead of just going on down the line, they decided to keep whatever they were doing. They decided to keep that going, and there's freedom in whatever they want to do now. So what we have to do is just kind of pull the other people along. That's why I made Rhode Island Free Radio as easy to listen to as possible. So you just go to the page, and that's how you play. Yeah, right, you don't have to download any players. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to join our mailing list, because what we need to do on the other side of it is make alternative media and internet radio and all these things as accessible as possible, so we can kind of bring other people along to what's happening.
Now, I also got to say, and if any of you are listening, thank you for listening in. I was handing out business cards with the QR code on the business card to get directly to RI Free Radio to listen in. And I was at a class reunion. I'm doing the sales pitch. That is the type of guy
in true entrepreneur form.
Of course. You never know who you're going to run across, which brings me to another fact I wanted to bring up. Now, I've been out of high school for 25 years. Do the math. Anyways, as I'm walking around and I'm talking to all these people that I went to school with so many years ago, one very striking, or one thing really struck me as odd. Within a mile of my house, there are a bunch of people that I used to see every single day. And within a mile, we can't get together anymore. You don't see, unless you actually force yourself to go out of your way and meet these people again, go out and see these people, go out for dinner, go out for drinks, just go over someone's house, have a card night or something. I'm losing touch with people that, really formed who I am, which, yes, you're going to take credit for that.
Guilty.